All right, so unfortunately, I'm still getting used to this new camera, and I didn't realize that the battery goes dead if you leave it for a long time. Um, so I painted these guys ahead of time, and now they're painted off camera, which I did not want to do. But I'm gonna do. I still got like to do the tips of the barrels, so we'll do that. I'm using this little guy right here to paint with, because now we're getting into the nitty gritty, and I'm just gonna show off some of the guys here that have already been done. And this is my hunchback right here. And we have the Banshee. Uh-oh, he's stuck. I have a Banshee. Who's this? A Zeus. And these are the old models, you know, so you can see all I did was I put a gray stripe on them and painted the canopies and the guns silver, and then painted the bases brown. And I'm using all the regular stuff except for one, well, the gray. I'll tell you that. This is what is this, the Commando here. And then I have, these are the new guys. There's the Awesome, and you can tell they're new guys because they got like the actual hex bases. They're not like short or anything. And I'm just gonna do the tips of these guys' the tips of their barrels on their guns. And then I have my Griffin here. Now, just in case if anybody wants to know what I used for the gray, the first layer was this folk art medium gray. And what I do is I number them like 1, 2, and 3. And that way I know this is the first one I use. This is the darkest one. And then I move my way up to 2, and then 3, and then 4. And then I have, this is 3. I don't know where 2 is for some reason. This is steel gray. I didn't actually use this one. I just went straight to Apple Barrel Country Gray here, which is 4 on my gray scale. And I just used these two paints right here for base color and then a highlight color to make that gray. And then you'll see that in here. And for the gunmetal, I use my Battletech RA painter here. I'm trying to stick with a theme. And the bases, I use the Battletech gray, which is why they give you all this stuff to begin with. So the thinnest brush I have right now is, this is a low Cornell 3-0 right here. And it's got the thinnest point on it that I can find. And that is what I'm going to use. And I'm going to use this PPC blue. Seeing as how we're, you know, painting PPCs here, that is a good idea. For some reason, I don't know why, I don't have any like really, really small brushes like with fine detail points on them. I used to. I know I do because I've used them in all kinds of other stuff to do like eyeballs and teeth and things of that nature, but I'm not seeing them right now unless they're here and they're just really ratty right now. You guys can't see it because it's off camera. I'm trying to, let me see how good we can. Okay, right there. That's gonna work, right? If I put him right here. Alright, so I'm not gonna water this down. I'm just gonna use 1, 2 drops of this blue on my palette. And then I'm gonna lower down my little goggles. Here, I'm gonna stick this guy down here. Let me make sure you guys can see him. You guys can see him. That's a little bit of, I'm gonna sharpen the point up on this. I'm not using the water to necessarily water it down. Oh man, it's kind of split. Okay, and that's all I'm really gonna do. And you can see, like, on his visor that, or his cockpit, that I kind of screwed him up a little bit, but it's not terrible. Not terrible. Not the best, but there's that guy. I'm gonna go ahead and lay him down in the pin. I really like these hex bases for painting because with a round base, they kind of do this when you put pressure on them. But when you put these down on the flat surface, you can put a lot of pressure to hold this guy pretty stable, and they don't do a whole lot of rocking here. So we're gonna do one more little spot here. Boom. There we go. And we're going to call these guys done. I mean, they just have to be tabletop. These are non-player characters, so I'm not trying to go hard with them. They're not heroes, so we just want them tabletop acceptable. Tabletop acceptable. And that is a pretty sharp brush. I'm going to hide that one from myself, which is probably what happened to the rest of mine, so I don't grab it for dry brushing or something stupid. So we're going to put all these guys in their little container here, and they're all properly labeled. I do need to put facing on these guys. It's not a super priority, but and there is House Stiener.